December 1999, Lahore, Pakistan. A letter arrives at the office of a local newspaper. Its writer claims to have murdered 100 children. The police dismisses it as a joke until they enter his apartment. Inside, they find something beyond comprehension: photographs of missing boys, bloodstains, and a diary detailing every gruesome crime. Javed Iqbal, born on October 8, 1956 in Lahore, Pakistan. The son of a wealthy businessman, he grew up in a privilege, never wanting anything, but money couldn't buy him peace of mind. As a child, Iqbal was distant, withdrawn. His relationship with people were cold. Some say he developed a deep resentment towards society. Others believe his sickness was always there, waiting to surface. After graduation, Javed's father opened a steel factory for him, in which he hired mostly children as they were paid very less compared to grown-ups. Javed was also homosexual and a pedophile. He would sexually assault the children that worked for him in the factory. The children told their parents about what was happening in the factory. After finding this out, the parents went to the police and complained about Javed Iqbal. After hearing that, the police quickly arrested Javed Iqbal. Javed Iqbal was given 100 lashes as punishment, because of which he broke his backbone and was in coma for 28 days. His father refused to pay for his medical bills. His mother cried for that. Hearing that, he made up his mind to make other 100 mothers cry. After closing his factory, he opened up an arcade. He would put a 100 rupee note outside this arcade to lure children in. When the children entered the arcade, he would assault them. After finding this out, the children's parents stopped them from coming here. During this, he lost a lot of money and had to sell his property and move to a rented house in Lahore. In Lahore, he lured stray kids from Data Darbar to his home, telling them that he would give them shelter and food. After luring the children in, he would feed them and then later on strangle them with a chain. When the children died, he would cut their bodies into pieces and put the pieces in acid. He sent a letter to the police, confessed his murder, and told them about his address, which was 13B Ravi Road. When the police arrived there, his behavior completely changed. He quickly ran inside, grabbed the gun, and pointed at his head, threatening the police that if they didn't leave, he would kill himself on the spot. Hearing this, the police backed off. Little did the police know that they just turned their backs to one of the most scary crimes that happened in Pakistan. He later sent another letter to the local newspaper, which read, "Today I have completed my target of killing 100 children. I am enclosing photographs of the victims, who they are and where they are from. I want you, through your newspaper, to tell the world what I have done. I am giving you my 32-page diary. It is full of my confession of 100 murders. If you go to my home, you will find all the evidence. When you discover what I have achieved, it will shock the world." After reading this, one of the newspaper employees went to check to see if it is true. What he saw was truly shocking. He told about his experience in an interview.
एक फोटोग्राफर था मेरे साथ, जो वह गए तो वो सारा कुछ जो जुवेद इकबाल ने कहा, सारा क्राइम सीन उसी तरह था। फिर उसने जो स्टोर नमा तकून कमरे में ड्रम रखा हुआ था, मैंने एक उसके ऊपर एक बल्ब था वो जलाया। मैंने जब ड्रम खोला तो आप सोच भी नहीं सकते मेरी क्या हालत हुई। उसमें लोथड़े थे और एसिड से मेरे हाथ जल गए और उसको वो सब कुछ वहाँ मौजूद था। इसके बाद
In another letter sent to the police, Javed Iqbal said that I purposely didn't compose of some of the bodies. He said he wanted the agencies to find out. When Javed Iqbal got arrested, the news spread rapidly throughout the country. The following are some images of Iqbal's victims. Hearing the news about Javed Iqbal's murders, the parents of the possible victims gathered around his house. That day, the whole Pakistan was filled with weeps of mothers and parents of the victims. The parents recognized their children's shoes and their clothes. The following images of the acid tub which Javed Iqbal used to dissolve the victims' bodies. In his interviews, Javed Iqbal showed no remorse for the victims and was laughing. Javed wasn't alone. He had three accomplices: Arbab, aged 13, Murad, aged 15, and Sajid, aged 17. 16th March 2000, the whole Pakistan was relying on this judge's shoulders for a fair sentence. Javed Iqbal was found guilty for all 100 murders. He was sentenced to be strangled by the same chain he used, and for his body to be cut up into 100 pieces and dissolved in acid just like he did to his victims. Pakistan's Interior Ministry found this against human rights. Javed Iqbal's attorney received death threats, which made him resign. Javed Iqbal's sentence was confirmed to proceed as usual. Javed Iqbal, along with his accomplices, was sentenced to death. But before justice could be served, he was found dead along with his accomplices in their cells. Suicide, they said. Others believe he was silent. Perhaps he knew too much. Or perhaps the world couldn't stomach seeing him alive. 100 children, 100 lives stolen, and one lingering question: how many more could have been saved?